Hello, everybody. Look at all these pawns. They are everywhere. So we are playing white. We have a couple of pawns up, but the problem is, of course, this black pawn is one step away from promotion. And above that, also, when it promotes with a check, unless we do something about it. So this is really, really tough for white to play. But if we make the right starting move and a sequence of moves, we're going to win this anyway. But it's very, very hard to see, I think, and it's not going to be one or two moves, it's going to be a long sequence, but it's very beautiful. So it's really worth wasting your time on this and try to analyze, which you should do now. You should pause the video, look at this, white to move and win, and see if you can find out how we have to play to win from here. So go ahead right now, please. And welcome back. Well, of course, as I said, we need to take this pawn into consideration. Obviously, we cannot stop it, but we can do some other moves. But there's a lot of wrong moves. Let's look at them first. This is the worst move we can make to take this pawn here, because then black can promote to either a queen or even a rook, and it's a checkmate right away because we dig our own grave, so to speak. So that's of course not good. So let's look at some other more normal moves. If we want to move away the king from the check and at the same time grab a pawn here, this is just leading to a draw. Black will promote. Perhaps we want to try to get our king closer to get the pawn up here. Well, that's a very bad move because it's going to be checkmate in one here for black. And if we try something else, grab a pawn, something like this, black will take here with a check. Same if we go to c6, it will be checkmate in one. So we are forced away to the a file. And then, just to save time, black can just do this back and forth. If we go up here, it's going to be checkmate. Otherwise, it's just going to be perpetual checks. Not going to lead to anything else. Okay, so let's look at some other moves. This one is hanging from two sides. If we grab this one and threaten to promote with a check, black will do the same. Promote, we are forced to take here. We will take here, and it's going to be the exact same we looked at. It's going to be perpetual checks here on a3 and b3 with the queen. We cannot do much about it. If we push the pawn instead to f7, that's a really bad move. We're going to lose this. It's going to be something like this, check. And now when we go to a file, black isn't forced to take out the perpetual checks. He can play his queen here instead, and just going to grab this. The pawns are not good enough. So let's look at what happens if we take with this pawn also. Now black doesn't have to take to promote the queen. He will win with this, but it's even easier for black just to grab this pawn, and now he's threatening to promote with a checkmate. Of course, we will take here, but then black will back off. He is now in control over these pawns with his king, and this one is too far away. He will try to push like this. Black has a beautiful victory after this, actually. Let me show you. We can try something like this. He will check. And now at this point, black will play the beautiful e5, which puts us in the Zugzwang. We cannot move the king. We cannot move any of these two pawns. We have to move either of these two pawns. And whichever we move, we're going to lose them both very soon. And we're going to lose the game. So that is some of the moves we shouldn't do. We can look at this also, perhaps. It's not going to be the same. It's going to be very bad. Also, now black can simply just take here, and these pawns are stuck. He will take this with a check, and it's going to be a checkmate in a couple of moves. Well, not a couple of moves, but 10 moves or something like that. Okay, so what we have to do from the start, we have to take initiative by sacrificing a pawn with a check. We need to get some tempo here, so we will play d7 check. Black is now forced to take either of these two pawns. If we take the pawn we are sacrificing, then it's an easy win for us because we will play king b7, and now we cannot stop this pawn from coming to c8 with a checkmate, but he can stop by perhaps escaping with his king, something like this. But then we can simply we can do many things. First, we can just go here and stop this pawn. So we're going to be a queen up, and we got some other moves also. Doesn't matter. It's not good for black. Black is instead forced to take here on c7 to keep the defense going. Okay, so now we establish this situation. If you want to pause the video again here, go ahead. See what we can do to win from here. Okay, here we go. So this might look like an interesting idea, but then we're going to lose the other pawn. And now again, we are 2 steps away from promotion. Black will still promote with a check, and we're going to lose this. So we have to keep on sacrificing. We will play promote to queen, I would suggest, and then allow black to take. And what did we achieve by wasting both our pawns here? Well, here it comes. Now, again, we cannot take here. This is the same. We're going to take with a check. Going to take this and sacrifice the queen here and grab the pawns, and well, we lose. So what we set up here is instead opportunity to pass to f7. And now we're going to go for the victory here. So obviously black will promote to a queen, and we are in check. Now the important thing for us to hide our king, and we must do so by playing the king to exactly b7. It's going to be clear why we had to put it on b7. Of course, we cannot take. We cannot allow black to take here with the tempo, etc. So we're going to hide out here and now threaten to promote this. If black tries something like this, well, then we can just promote, and we can exchange, and then we can grab this pawn with the king. We can take it with the pawn. It's easier. And then, of course, it's gonna go all the way. So what black will do is practically forced to play queen to f1. And now it seems like we are losing our pawn here. But we are actually winning this anyway. So from here is a good chance for you to analyze again and see if you find the victory for white from this position. Go ahead. Okay, here we go. So we are playing c6. This is beautiful, and now we see why the king has to be on b7 and not on b8, because we wouldn't allow black to go and get some bonus checks here. We are really hid here, and we can sacrifice this pawn also, because if black takes here, it's going to be a check, and it's going to be another check with a tempo, and wouldn't you know, we have a checkmate here. So black cannot take on f7. And at the same time, we're also threatening to push this pawn, as we looked at. So black will do whatever he can to stop this by playing queen to f4. Now he's stopping here, and at the same time, he still have control over the f file. And again, pause the video if you want to. Otherwise, here comes the continuation. We cannot promote. This is not good enough, because with the check here, he will move to d7 and still have control over c8. So we cannot do that. And we cannot push the pawn either with a check, because we will simply lose it and we lose the game. So we need to block the queen by playing the beautiful e5. Fantastic move. Now if black takes here, well, then it's open for us to promote to a queen or a rook. It doesn't matter. It's going to be checkmate in one move. So black cannot grab this pawn. We are still threatening to push to c7 with the tempo, with the check. The king cannot move for black, and the only move he has to keep on defending is playing queen f3 to now pinning our pawn so we cannot move it, and he's still in charge over the f file, so he will grab our pawn on f8 if we promote it there. So, okay, last chance now. From this position, white to move and win. We have to find out the last couple of moves here to make it a beautiful victory. All right, did you find it? Well, now we're aiming for Zugzwang, and we cannot really move our king, we cannot move the pawn, we cannot move any of these pawns, but we have one pawn left, and it's this one. And it's the same for black, he has one pawn left, so now it's very important that we get the opposition, which means we have to push the pawn, but only one step. One step to b3 is the way to go to win from here. Obviously, if black moves the queen anywhere, if he moves away from the f file, we will promote with checkmate. If he moves along the f file something, then we will push here and finish off with a checkmate. So the black queen is really stuck on f3, cannot move, the king cannot move, he can only move his pawn. So he moves the pawn one step, and that's why we only move to b3, not b4 first, because we want to get the put black in the Zugzwang now, and we play b4 now. Now everything is really, really set in stone here. Black cannot move anything. No, not the king, not any pawns. So we'll have to move the queen, either go away from this diagonal, in which we checkmate in 2 moves, or if it keeps on the diagonal, we will checkmate in 1 move. So it's actually checkmate in 2 moves here, with black to play. Such a beautiful puzzle. Even if it takes here, it's still going to be a checkmate like this. Beautiful, huh? So after we play the beautiful b4 now, black is just up for resign, and we win this. That's an amazing study, I think, with a lot of pawns and a lot of different side variations. I hope I managed to cover most of them. Otherwise, tell me in the comment section. All right, thank you for watching, everybody. See you again tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye-bye.